Parts of the country take a pounding, and more is on the way, just as much of this nation is traveling for the 4th. Another record day for the Dow. The bull rush continues, but how do investors protect against all those out to scheme a quick buck? And what good is sitting alone in your room when forever young means doing something a lot different this summer?
From NBC News World Headquarters in New York, this is NBC Nightly News with Tom Brokaw. Substituting tonight, Brian Williams.
Good evening. It always seems to happen like this. Just as millions of Americans embark on the most heavily traveled weekend of the summer, now we're being told they will be dodging storms, big ones in several parts of this country. From the east back to the Midwest, where the severe weather has already left its calling card behind. 12 tornadoes, several people dead, and there are storm warnings posted again tonight and will be tomorrow as well. We begin with NBC's Jim Avila.
Turn around.
More than a dozen funnel clouds rode the edge of a rare July cold front, killing 7 people, crushing homes and ripping at earth along a 400-mile stretch of the upper Midwest.
From 13, tornado on the ground west of Lapel.
It started in Indiana, where this twister knocked down trees and damaged cars, spread to Ohio, where in Columbus, homes were smashed by falling trees, and then to Michigan for the worst of the destruction.
I could hear all the whistling, and the rain was just twirling.
This is Grosse Pointe, Michigan, a northern suburb of Detroit. 5 people looking for shelter from the storm beneath a lakeside gazebo were swept into the water and drowned. A human chain of searchers found no survivors.
Just a total rescue effort brought on by lots of people.
In the heart of Detroit, the working-class neighborhood of Hamtramck was devastated.
I was terrified. I thought my life was over, you know.
Bill Burry saw it coming and tried to hide in his second-floor walk-up. But everywhere he turned, there was flying debris.
The roof was coming down, the bricks were coming down. That's when I hit the floor, and it was over in a matter of seconds.
Bill's mother was not nearly so lucky. She was standing right about here in the kitchen when suddenly her front room collapsed, and she slid down to the first floor, where she had to be rescued by police. The National Guard is now patrolling the streets after scattered looting last night. The central business district is shut down.
It's a disaster. It's total. It's total.
198,000 customers, including all of Hamtramck, are without power. Old-timers in Detroit say they've never seen a storm so strong hit the core of the city.
This was a surprisingly strong storm for this portion of the summer season. This is real typical of early springtime.
This line of twisters was not particularly strong. A force 1 of 5 on the tornado scale means up to 125-mile-an-hour winds, strong enough to destroy a mobile home park in Hawley, Michigan, killing 1 woman and sending the survivors scrambling.
And when I seen all this stuff coming behind me, that's when I really thought I was going to die. And I just ducked my head down and took cover. That's all I could do.
The storms lasted only minutes, a quick hitter that left lasting fear and months of rebuilding ahead. Jim Avila, NBC News, Detroit.
Again, one of the heaviest traveled holiday weekends of the year is upon us. For evidence of that, you can look anywhere people drive, ride, or fly, like LAX in Los Angeles, a crowded air hub on a good day, and this is a bad one. You're looking live now. 800,000 passengers will pass through LAX alone over the next few days. NBC's Frederica Whitfield tonight on where everybody's going.
You going to Detroit now?
Yes.
For Amiko Johnson, a long holiday weekend gives her another excuse to get out of town.
I just splurge. I have no control.
She's not alone. This 4th of July weekend, a record number of Americans is expected to jam the nation's airports, roadways, and rails. From Atlanta to New York's Port Authority bus station.
It's terrible. I wish I could have left earlier.
To Denver's railway station.
It's an easy thing to fit into the budget now.
I plan on doing a lot more traveling this summer than I have in the past.
Overall, Americans are optimistic about the economy and feel they have more choices to travel cheaply.
Most of the 3-day weekend travelers will get there by automobile. Nearly 36 million Americans will travel at least 100 miles to cookouts, campgrounds, and beaches.
It's still the least expensive way to go. And this year, gas prices are down 5 cents a gallon.
Kids are out of school, and families will be traveling to the beaches, to cities. It's basically their vacation.
But one of the most celebrated family holidays has also become the most dangerous. Drinking and driving have made Independence Day the deadliest holiday on the road, even worse than New Year's Eve. In 1996, 609 people died on the highway over the 4-day weekend. The National Safety Council expects 469 people could be killed over this slightly shorter holiday. Tonight is peak travel. That is until Sunday, when the holiday weekend officially ends and millions of travelers return home. Frederica Whitfield, NBC News.